Features. Features of microeconomics are: the first one is study of individual units. So, from the different definitions, we know that uh, different individual economic units are being studied under the concept of microeconomics. So, the first feature is study of individual units. Now, individual units means what? Individual units like individual income, individual household, okay, individual prices, etc. This all are coming under the study of microeconomics. After that, the next point of feature is nothing but price theory. The different theories which we have studied in the scope and subject matter of microeconomics, in that we had a theory of product pricing where we saw that demand and supply analysis, it helps us to determine the prices of our goods in the similar manner. When we talk about different factors of production, their respective rewards, how they are to be determined, they are also studied under the concept of microeconomics. So when we talk about theories of microeconomics, they are called as theories of pricing. Okay. Next point, the next feature of microeconomics is slicing method. Slicing means dividing it or cutting in different parts. It's called as what? Slicing method. So the method of analysis which has been utilized in microeconomics, it's slicing method. Now what slicing method is? Slicing method means dividing the entire economy in different parts and then studying individual part in detail. It's called as what? Slicing method. Fourth feature of microeconomics, limited scope. Yes, in the conclusion part of scope and subject matter of microeconomics, we saw that microeconomics studies individual economic units. It does not study the economic variables which are applied or which are applicable to the entire economy. So when we talk about different problems of economy like poverty is there, unemployment is there, this all things will not come under the study of microeconomics. So the scope of microeconomics is limited. Fine. After that, the fifth point is partial equilibrium. Now equilibrium means equal. Okay. Now what partial equilibrium means? For that, we are having a diagram in which you can see that x-axis and y-axis are there. Quantity demand and quantity supplied are plotted on x-axis and prices are plotted on y-axis. Right? Now partial equilibrium means what? Now equilibrium analysis is nothing but uh, where two factors are same. It's called as what? Equilibrium. Now partial means what? That we will first study the diagram and then we will study the meaning of partial. Now when we talk about this diagram is related to individual producer. Okay, it's related to individual producer, in which you will see that there are two curves given, that is demand curve, that is nothing but dd, and after that we are having a supply curve, that is nothing but ss. Okay, now there is another important point given out there, that is nothing but e. Yes, now this point is very important. Why? Because this is the point of equilibrium where demand and supply are equal to each other. Understanding? Getting it? For that reason, dd is equal to ss. It's written out there. Fine. So when we see towards this particular diagram, it's related to a particular producer. It's not related to different producers. It's only related to individual producer. So here the equilibrium analysis which we have done, it's related to individual person. Therefore, it is called as partial equilibrium. Okay. Next point, based on certain assumptions. All the different theories which we are going to study in microeconomics, then it may be law of demand, law of supply. Okay, after that we are having different theories which are related to utility, that is law of diminishing marginal utility. That all laws are based on certain assumptions. Now, what is the meaning of assumptions? Assumptions are nothing but the things which we supposed to be in a particular manner. Okay, that is called as assumption. For example, if we talk about law of demand, which we are going to study in the coming chapters, its one assumption is that the likes, after that the fashion, etc., it remains constant. Now, when we talk about this assumption, we are supposing to be it as constant. Like there are no changes in the likes of the people, there are no changes in the fashion, etc. Getting it? Hmm? So when we talk about assumptions, assumptions are nothing but the things which we supposed to be in a particular manner. To analyze the different individual units, we make certain assumptions in microeconomics. Okay, so all the different theories which are there given in the microeconomics, you will see that they are based on certain assumptions. After that, the next part is use of marginalism principle. Another principle uh, which is utilized in microeconomics is marginalism principle. Now, marginalism means what? Additional unit of commodity is called as what? Marginal. Okay, so marginalism principle says that what would be the change in total consumption because of consumption of additional unit of commodity? It's called as what? Marginalism or marginal principle. Okay, so this particular principle is very important in microeconomics. Why? Because it gives a idea to individual consumer, so that how much extra units of a particular commodity he should purchase. It gives knowledge to the producer of how much extra unit of products should be produced by him. That all things comes under microeconomics. The same principle will be studied in the second chapter, so we will discuss it there in more detailed manner. After that, the last point of features is analysis of market structure. Now there are different market structures or different forms of market which are being developed on the criteria of competition. So how the different prices are being determined in different forms of market, how the working of that market happens, that all individual markets and their structures are being discussed in the analysis of market structure, or it's been studied under the concept of microeconomics. Okay,